We're at Universal Studios, Florida for the Global Force Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, TV tapings. I got two guys that put themselves out there on the line every time they step in the ring. I've got Mayweather, Wilcox, the veterans of war. Guys, tell me first, what is it like being here with Global Force Wrestling, Impact Wrestling?
Well, I'll start off by saying we're very happy to be here. This is my second time around here with Impact Wrestling. The Impact Wrestling fans may know me as Crimson before, but now we're hinting on my military background and using my legitimate story, my legitimate name, Mayweather. And we couldn't be more excited to be here at Impact Wrestling, Global Force Wrestling, ready to make, no pun intended, I guess all pun intended, an impact.
Being at Impact, Global Force, dream come true. I mean, everybody wants to compete at the top of the line, at the biggest stage, with the best competition. And fortunately now at Impact Global Force Wrestling, partnering here with Mayweather, we get an opportunity to show the world that we're the best tag team in the world.
I gotta show this shirt because it's very cool. All right, so what did you guys think when they came out with the shirt?
Oh man, we're just fortunate to be in that position. You know, as a kid growing up, you kind of dream of, I guess you'd say, having your own t-shirt. So now I guess you can say that dreams come true.
That's right. And I mean, this is our second t-shirt right here.
Nice for the 4th of July.
Yeah. I mean, most people might know what that stands for, but I'll just say we're American. We bleed red, white, and blue, if you know what I'm saying.
Now, Mayweather, talk a little bit about your military background and where you served and coming from that area.
For sure. Basically, right after high school, I figured really quick my direction was the military. And I signed up for the United States Army when I was 19 years old. I just turned 19. And got stationed with the 101st Airborne Division down in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And I wasn't there but a few months before they said, hey, get ready to go, we're going to Iraq. And I spent 12 months in Iraq, Tikrit area of Iraq. And I'm sorry, Kirkuk the first time around, my apologies. Kirkuk, Iraq, the first 12 months. I got back from that deployment, spent about 9 months or so back home. Went back over to Iraq, this time the Tikrit area, and spent 15 months over there. And it was during that time, you know, I saw a lot, you know, more than any kid at my age is used to seeing or even should see, you know, but that was the call of duty. That's what I signed up for. We knew what we were getting into for the most part. I was happy to serve my country, and that's most important.
How did you handle that? Being so young and all, was it just from part of your upbringing?
You know, it's something that, it was a shock, you know, culture shock, for sure. I remember the first time I took sniper fire. You know, I was a gunner in a turret of a Humvee. And we're in patrolling the city of Iraq, and you know, a bullet, we hear a shot, and then a bullet ricochets off the top of the Humvee. You know, nothing can prepare you for that. All the training in the world can't prepare you for that moment. You know, and that's when it hit me. Okay, this is real. You know, this is really real. I mean, we're in it, and you know, it's just a matter of conditioning yourself, I would say, and a little bit of disconnecting your emotions, if that makes sense. And it's just something you have to do. You have to get up every day and do your job, do your mission. You have to complete the mission, bottom line. So it's just a matter of conditioning yourself to do so. And you have to kind of not let the emotions get the best of you. And you know, it's hard to do. Not a lot of people can do it and be okay. No matter who you are, no matter what you've done, if you've gone and seen war, you come back a different person. It's just a matter of how you handle that.
When you did come back and you were getting into something else, you got into professional wrestling.
Yes.
So how did you get into professional wrestling?
Well, it was during my second tour of Iraq. My enlistment time was coming to an end. You know, I served 5 years. That was winding down. When I was set to come back from Iraq, I was either going to transition out of the Army or re-enlist. And it was during that time in Iraq, and we were winding down, ready to come back home. And I've always been a huge wrestling fan. And during our downtime time over there, a couple of buddies of mine were wrestling fans. We'd go on Amazon or whatever website and order wrestling DVDs to watch in our downtime. one of my buddies just said, hey, why don't you do this? You know, why don't you get out, follow a dream, and do this? And I said, it's always been a dream. Why not? Wait, how do I do it? You know, because I had no idea. But literally, we got on Google, went to the internet cafe there, and got on Google, and I found out really quick there's wrestling training schools all over the United States. It's just a matter of finding a reputable one and investing in it and investing in your future. If that's what you want to do, you got to invest in it. And I found one in Nashville, not far from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and got back and I set my mind to it. And I'll tell you what, the motivating factor was me telling my platoon sergeant, hey, you know what, I'm going to get back from Iraq and I'm going to be a pro wrestler. And he laughed in my face. He said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know, I'm not mad at him for saying that because I know I was a good soldier and I know he wanted me to re-enlist. So he was trying to do what he could to make me re-enlist and realize, hey, the Army's for you, you're good at it, stay with us. But I used that as a motivating factor and I said, all right, I'm going to prove you wrong. And I'll tell you, man, real quick that he's from Texas and I was very fortunate to get a lot of opportunity. And I signed with Impact Wrestling back in 2010 initially, and we had a pay-per-view in Texas, and I called him up and said, hey, we're coming to your neck of the woods, will you come out and check me out? And I told him that story, and a tear came to his eye, and he's like, man, I couldn't be more proud of you, you know, and it was a great moment. That's an amazing story. And where did you get your training then? What was the facility, and who were the ones that trained you? There was a National Wrestling Alliance promotion in Nashville, and it was... my head trainer was a guy named Jeff Daniels, who had been in the business for, you know, since the 80s, and he's got a lot of reputable time in the business, and he taught me the basics, and then I learned a lot from a lot of other great wrestlers. Jerry Lynn, I spent some time with him on the road. Kid Cash taught me some, you know, and there was a lot of people that helped me along the way. Wilcox, for you, how did you get your start in this thing?
Oh man, when it was time to make some life decisions, I was really missing the opportunity to compete. I like to compete. I like to be forced into competition, and pro wrestling gives you the ability and the stage to do that. So much like Mayweather, found a reputable training school, Ohio Valley Wrestling up in Kentucky.
Was that Danny Davis?
Danny Davis, Tom Pritchard, Rip Rogers, Nick Dinsmore, Rob Conway. I mean, I can go down the list, man. There were so many great guys there that really helped prepare me for the future. So Ohio Valley Wrestling up in Kentucky, man, they laid the groundwork for my success.
Now, guys, do you look a lot different from when you started?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's funny. You know, when you look back and you see maybe photos or videos or old pictures with fans, and you think, man, I'm glad everything evolves, because you look back at some of the stuff we used to do, or for me, and I think, man, you know, I really have come a long way, and I think a lot of wrestlers probably feel that way about themselves and their career. I got a lot more tattoos, you got a lot uglier. Hey man, we control what we can. I can't control that, right?
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, I mean, something's working for me.
How about the tattoos? I wanted to get a shot at some of the tattoos here. It's just awesome artwork on there too and all. Whole body back. This is my favorite one right here. Old Abe, symbol of the 101st Airborne Division. And yeah, they go up to my shoulders, down the mount, down my ribs, and you know, they each have some meaning to them, you know, and we can talk about them all day, but you know, they're special to me, and you know, it's a form of art, and it makes me unique to them.
I only have a couple, man. I have one here. I lost my mother to lung cancer a couple years ago, and I have this one here. It says, "Dare mighty things," and it's a famous quote. Most people have heard that, but my mother gave me that quote when I was in 10th grade, and I lean on the wisdom that I gained from her without her being here, because she taught me to never be scared and to always face your fears. And being in front of tens of thousands of people that's facing your fears, so I felt like that was powerful enough to get permanently on my body forever, and so I carry her with me everywhere I go.
That strength is there. That strength is always there for
Absolutely.
you, and you could see that. You could see that and feel that and all, and that's an inspiration and all. So guys, we'll wrap it up with this. Just what are you guys looking forward to with the future hold for the Veterans of War? Hey man, we just got here not too long ago, but we're ready to stay here. We're ready to stay for a long time, and we're ready to make a name for ourselves in Impact Wrestling and Tag Team Gold. That's what we came here to do.
One mission. One mission. To be the best tag team in the world, man. I mean, there's a lot of great tag teams out there. There's a lot of great tag teams here at Impact Wrestling, but Veterans of War World Champion sounds real good to me, and that's our mission.
Soldiers don't quit until that mission is complete.
Social media, guys?
Absolutely. I'm on Twitter @Crimson and on Instagram @OfficialCrimson.
I'm on Twitter at @TheJaxDane. And my Instagram's the same, Jax Dane. In the monikers, you'll see the name Wilcox there as well, so you know it's official.
Veterans of War, thank you so much.
Thank you.